So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. We're here with Matt from Feeny. We're going to ask him some questions. I'm going to start. What inspired you to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
So, starting the band was just because I could tell you why I started playing music, I guess, why I
Yeah,
started playing guitar.
go for it.
Um, have you seen Back to the Future?
Of course.
I haven't.
So,
You
you know that,
haven't? Sorry. Yeah.
well, so you know the scene, you will find out at the scene
Okay.
where Marty is doing like the talent show or the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I saw that. I saw that movie when I was a little kid, and I really wanted to be Doc Brown the inventor. And I used to go around making inventions in science. I did science camp.
Mhm.
When I was like 13, I saw it again, and I realized I wanted to be Marty. So I started playing
Yeah.
guitar, and that's why I play in bands.
Okay, I like
Cool.
that. Uh,
Feeny also comes from TV, I guess,
okay.
because my favorite TV show growing up was a television show called Boy Meets World.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I know that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Feeny. So we're Feeny.
Okay,
Oh,
that's cool.
wow.
I like that.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. All references that we get, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, how do you feel about the response that your new album, Between the Bookends, has gotten?
I'm real happy with it. No one's told me it sucked yet.
Yeah, because it
Okay.
doesn't. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's all you can really hope for is that someone isn't just like, dude, stop, come on.
Yeah, bro,
Oh.
this blows. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Um.
know. I mean, I think people are so polite now that that would never happen. Like,
Mhm.
you ever watch? I don't know. Whenever you're watching, I guess we're gonna talk about television movies this whole interview. But when
Yeah.
I you see an old movie or something, people are throwing fruit. Like I remember reading in Huck Finn that like people would just bring rotted vegetables to the play so
Mhm.
they could
Hmm.
just yeah. I think that we've just come so far as a society where everyone's just like, it's okay, it's
Yeah.
nice, which I haven't
Yeah.
had either. But I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Um,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
glad
happy
to hear
with it.
that.
We digging
Good.
it.
Good.
Um. What was it like promoting an album in like the state that we're currently in?
Hmm.
So weird. It's so weird. So we were originally planning to like do a bunch of touring on it.
Mhm.
We had an East Coast tour and a UK tour planned.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, those will hopefully happen someday,
Uh-huh.
but we have to postpone them to indefinitely because of this. So we're just like, it's really weird not being able to play shows. Like what we did though, that I think is a little different anyway, is we made a blog for the album.
Okay. That's interesting.
Betweenthebookends.net. So what we did is we wrote out like a story for every single song and the process that went into making it, as well as the whole record. And we're actually trying to make it interactive. So the theme of the record is essentially you're born, then you die. Everything else that happens between is between the bookends, and those are really the two bookends.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we want everyone to share their own story, put their own book in our bookshelf. So we made like little bookshelves on betweenthebookends.com, and everyone can go in and write their own stories. So that's been cool watching people submit some stuff for that.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. That's
Yeah, that's a
definitely
really cool idea.
definitely one of the
Yeah.
cooler things I've seen with the whole quarantine promotion thing. So, um, so what was your headspace like writing the album while writing it?
Um, you know, this took a really long time to make, and this took a lot to make. I kind of started my first thoughts when I was writing it. I was going through a writing exercise, and I wanted to make the most honest art I could possibly make, and I didn't want to hold back at all. So I told myself, if I can write a song, I wanted every song on the record to cause me to strain or lose a friendship. As
Okay.
weird as that sounds,
Uh,
because then I would know that they were really good songs. Um, After like a couple songs, I was like, no, that's really bad. I like my friends. I
uh,
can't do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But there were two songs that were like three songs that made the record from that like project. But that really got me down the path of figuring out what's the rawest I can be at this point in my life.
Hmm.
Okay.
And
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So speaking of writing songs, which song on the album took the longest to write?
Actually the title track, Bookends, well, that one
Really?
changed the most. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that song is yeah, that song took a long time to write because our other guitarist, who's also named Matt Mailer, he joined the band while we were writing, like just before we really started writing this record, and we only had Fallow and Bookends that we were working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when he joined, we kind of stopped that so we could like learn to be a band together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up writing a bunch of the rest of the record and the songs that didn't make the record. We wrote all of those together. And then at the very end, we just came back to those two songs, and we were like, we can make these work still.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So what bands do you think you like the influence? What bands influenced you while you were writing this? I struggled getting that one out.
Um,
Yeah.
so this record in particular, I think, was extremely influenced by. This record took a long time to make, but Jimmy Eat World was probably one of our biggest influences on it.
Okay.
A lot of Long Island 2000s emo, like Taking Back Sunday,
Mhm.
Okay.
NJ emo, like Saves the Day. But we really tried to push ourselves to do more post-rock kind of stuff, like Explosions in the Sky.
Mm.
Those were probably the biggest influence. Oh, the Mountain Goats, actually. So on a personal note, the Mountain Goats, their lyrics absolutely influenced, in particular, 2 weeks later. And yeah, I'm obsessed with that band. So I really wanted to figure out how he tells the stories in the way that he does. And yeah, that's where I hope my songwriting leads more so is songs like 2 weeks later.
Okay.
That's probably the direction we're heading.
All right. Cool. I'm excited.
So now you guys have released a couple music videos for some of the songs on your albums. Are you planning to release any more? And will they be like in quarantine, or have you already filmed them, or maybe even animated? I don't know. I've seen some people do that. So.
Short answer, yes. We definitely want to put out more videos. We're in the process of figuring out how to do that. We were fortunate enough to film these 3 before quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still figuring out that process, exactly what we're going to put out. The animation's a really neat idea. But we have a couple video projects, not quite music videos, that we're going to be putting out over the next few weeks to month. And then we'll see if the quarantine continues to go on another couple months, then we're going to have to get very creative in like Zoom videos and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. So how did you choose like an opener and the closer for the album?
So we wrote both those songs to be. We wrote "Are You Leaving?" When we were writing the songs, I was like, okay, this needs an opener. So I just sat down and I was thinking, what does a good opener have? And I just listened to like a bunch of my favorite albums, and that I thought had the coolest openers. So I listened to like "Dump Weed Off Enema of the State," "Smells Like Teen Spirit." I was trying TSR by Against Me. I was trying to figure out, okay, what do all these songs have in common that make them like the coolest opener?
Yeah.
And they all kind of. What's weird about "Are You Leaving?" or not weird, but different than the rest of the album is it's the only song on the album that just starts full band. It just like has a bang kind of. Every other song either begins with a guitar intro or a guitar and vocal intro.
Yeah.
And "Are You Leaving?" was the same thing. We really wanted just a heavy thing at the end, so we were like, okay, gotta write an outro to the record, and we just tried to make it the most epic thing we possibly could.
So you wrote songs to be your intro and outro, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
That's why they share lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Okay. Shoot. Okay. So, what are the top 3 songs from the new album that you're looking forward to playing live when live music comes back?
If it ever comes back.
If it ever comes back.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
So Alacrity is a really fun song to play live. I really enjoy that one, especially when the bass kicks in. Are You Leaving is also really fun. I would say, though, So we've been playing Are You Leaving for a little bit because that was a single that we put out well in advance of the album. I think that 2 weeks later is a song I'm looking forward to playing, and maybe Fallow as well because we've never really played those. We played those like once or twice to test them out,
Okay.
but they're not in our lineup right now. But people are really responding well to those two tracks, so we might have to. And I'm looking forward to trying new stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. I hope to catch you guys when this is all over because I'm actually in Jersey, so hopefully, this all ends at some point. I can catch you guys. So we're gonna shift away from music for the last couple questions and move to death row. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be and why?
Okay, okay.
Why was
All
that
right,
so
so
funny, Glory?
Yeah, his reaction was just so pure. He was like, okay. When you just said, we're going to move to death row, he's like, all right, yeah. Like, is that a normal thing that people... It's just like... It caught me by surprise. It was good. Thank you. It was
Good,
nice.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'm about to die. Walking down. It's like the Green Mile. I would say I like pretzels a lot. You know, you're gonna go.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about health. I'm gonna eat the best thing I possibly can. You know what?
Exactly.
I'll half. I'll put something greasy in between the pretzel, make a pretzel bun.
Oh.
Kind of like Sheets. So Sheets is a place that we go to when we tour in like Pennsylvania and Maryland, and yeah, they have pretzel buns where they slice the pretzel in half.
Okay.
They're okay pretzels. But
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'll take like an Amish pretzel, slice that in half, and put like. Now I'm wondering, like, you know what? Yeah, so I don't eat meat, and I probably still wouldn't if I'm about to die. I'll just keep doing that, and so I'll put a nice, really good like Beyond Burger in between them then,
Right?
and some type of sauce, to be decided sauce.
That sounds good as fuck.
You'll figure it out when
Yeah.
you get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, not when you get there, but
Metaphorically.
metaphorically. Just look. Yeah, okay. Alright, moving on. If you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Great question. Great question. If I could live in one for a week, it would probably be a cartoon, and I would probably try and live. It'd be great to live in like, I don't know. It'd be cool to be in a comic book if you had superpowers. Ooh, Scott Pilgrim. I'd be in a Scott Pilgrim Canada.
Okay. That's
Yeah, that'd
a
be a good
different
one.
answer.
That'd be a good one.
Definitely. Most people are like Harry Potter, Star Wars, Marvel
Yeah.
Universe, or like the three that we get. That's a different one.
Yeah, it's a very
I
good
want a
one.
cartoon character.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
So I have the honor of asking the last question. Some say it's the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Green.
Okay.
Green.
Any
Okay,
specific
solid.
shade?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me like a cross. It will probably won't show up right, but like this is like sort of a foresty green,
Okay.
like a cross between this and the green behind me.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's how it goes. Do you know the Green Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Believe so.
Yes.
I know the Green Power Ranger.
Well, if you're listening at home, look that up. When Tommy was the Green Power Ranger in like 1990 or whatever. Oh no, a little before I was born. That's my favorite shade of green.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I like that. That's almost specific as when Oolong said guac green
Yeah.
and then made us look it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the questions we have for you. Is there anything you want to plug? I know you just dropped the album, so.
You know, yeah, no, the album definitely. If you're interested in listening to the record, check it out. Check out the video, especially "Are You Leaving?" That seems to be everyone's favorite right now. And I would say, if you got a story to share, go to betweenthebookends.net and share your story with us.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
So thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Matt from Feeny, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.